He is the mathematical certainty that everything you do comes back to you. He is the karma they deserve. He was soft. He was open. He had a chest full of light and hands that were always ready to give, to heal, to hold. He believed in the goodness of people. He believed that if you bled for someone, they would appreciate the color of your blood. He believed that if you set yourself on fire to keep them warm, they would at least thank you for the heat. But that person is dead. I didn't kill him. I didn't want him to die. I loved him, but they killed him. They drained him drop by drop, day by day. They took his kindness and called it weakness. They took his silence and called it agreement. They took his loyalty and treated it like a doormat, wiping their dirty feet on the fabric of his soul before walking into the house he built for them. And now they look at me. They look at this new face, these new eyes that don't blink, this heart that beats at a different rhythm. And they ask, what happened to you? They ask, why are you so cold? They ask, why have you changed? The audacity. They act as if they weren't the architects of this transformation. They act as if they didn't hold the chisel and the hammer. They carved me. They cut away the soft parts because the soft parts were the only places they could sink their teeth into. So I let the soft parts rot. I let them fall away. And what is left, what stands before them now, bone, steel, and a memory that never fades. I am not the monster they fear. I am something far worse. I am the consequence. I am the reaction to their action. I am the physics of their betrayal coming back to balance the equation. I am the karma they deserve. Shift in tone, darker, more analytical, engaging the viewers. Specific pain. See, they made a critical mistake, a fatal calculation. They thought I was infinite. They thought they could take and take, withdraw from the bank of my spirit without ever making a deposit, and that I would never run empty. They thought my forgiveness was a renewable resource. But everyone has a breaking point. There's a specific moment, I know you know it, where the sadness stops being heavy and starts becoming sharp. It crystallizes. It turns into ice. I remember the exact moment the switch flipped. I was looking at them, listening to another lie, watching another betrayal play out, behind a smile. And suddenly, I didn't feel angry. I didn't feel sad. I felt clarity. I realized that I had been playing a game where the rules were rigged against me. I was playing by the rules of honor, of love, of empathy. They were playing by the rules of survival, of ego, of greed. So I stopped playing. I stepped off the board. And when I stepped back on, I wasn't a pawn anymore. I wasn't even a player. I became the board itself. I became the environment. I became the weather that brings the storm. They don't understand that I am a mirror now. That is my new nature. If they bring me warmth, I reflect fire. But if they bring me coldness, I will reflect a winter so deep it will freeze the maroro in their bones. If they bring me betrayal, I will not seek revenge. Revenge is emotional. Revenge is messy. Revenge implies that I still care about what they did. I don't care. I simply reflect. I amplify. I am the wall that sends a sound their own screaming back to them. And yet there is a tragedy here. I mourn the loss of my innocence. I really do. I miss the ability to trust without checking for a knife. I miss the ability to smile without wondering what the other person wants from me. They stole that from me. That is the true crime. They didn't just hurt me. They robbed me of my capacity to be soft. They forced me to build a fortress where a garden used to be, and now they stand outside the walls, knocking, asking to come in. They say, we miss the old you. I whisper back, so do I, but he is gone and he is never coming back. You see, when you break a plate, you can glue it back together. You can paint over the cracks, but it will never be a pristine plate again. It will always be a broken thing held together by effort. I got tired of the effort. I got tired of holding myself together so they could have something pretty to look at. So I let the plate shatter and I picked up the shards, and I realized that a shard is much more useful than a plate. A plate holds food. A shard can cut. A shard can defend. A shard is a weapon. I weaponize my grief. I weaponize my silence. They hate my silence, don't they? Have you noticed that when you stop arguing, when you stop trying to explain yourself, when you stop begging for them to understand, that is when they panic, because your noise was a sign that you still had hope. Your screaming was a sign that you still wanted to bridge the gap. My silence is the sound of the bridge burning. I watch the smoke rise and I feel nothing but peace. I am the karma they deserve because I am the living proof for their failure. Every time they look at me, they see what they destroyed. They see the potential they wasted. They see the love they squandered. I don't need to lift a finger to hurt them. My existence is the punishment. My success is the punishment. My indifference is the torture. They wander through life, looking for someone to fill the void I left, but they will never find it, because the kind of loyalty I gave, the kind of pure blind devotion I offered, that is rare, that is a diamond in a mountain of coal, and they threw it into the ocean thinking it was just a rock. Now they are diving, gasping for air, trying to find it again. But the ocean is deep and I am far away. I have become an observer. I sit on the throne of my own wreckage and I watch. I watch them repeat the same patterns. I watch them hurt others, and I watch the universe slowly, methodically dismantle their lives. And when they fall, when they finally trip on the chaotic wires they laid out for others, I won't laugh. I won't cheer. I will just watch, because I am not the judge. I am the evidence. I am the ledger where all their debts are recorded. Every lie they told me is a line item. Every time they use me as a debt, and the universe always collects its debts. I used to think I needed to be the one to punish them. I used to fantasize about it, making them feel the pain I felt, but that is the thinking of a victim. A king does not lower himself to the mud to fight the pigs. A king watches from the balcony. I realize that the greatest revenge is simply removing your access. They don't get to access my energy anymore. They don't get to access my validation. They don't get to access my time. I have become a ghost to them, haunted by the living. If that makes me a monster, then so be it. If protecting my peace requires me to be a villain in their story, then I will be the greatest villain they have ever known. I will, with that title like a crown. Monster, I like the word. It implies power. It implies something that cannot be controlled. It implies something that refuses to be tamed. They wanted a sheep. They got a wolf. And now they are crying because the wolf has teeth. I didn't ask for the teeth. I didn't ask for the claws. I asked for love. I asked for respect. I asked for reciprocity. But the world didn't give me those things. The world gave me a battlefield. So I adapted. I evolved. Evolution is painful. Breaking your own bones to reset them into a stronger shape is agony. I endured that agony alone. While they were sleeping, I was rebuilding. While they were laughing, I was sharpening. While they were living there, I was embracing the dark truth. And the truth is this: no one is coming to save you. You have to save yourself. And sometimes saving yourself means killing the part of you that keeps trying to save them. I killed that part. I buried it. I put a tombstone over it that reads, "Here lies the one who cared too much." And out of that grave I rose. I am the shadow that lingers when the sun goes down. I am the echo in the empty hallway of their life. I am the cold spot in the room that makes them shiver, and they don't know why. I am the inevitable. I am the karma they deserve. And the saddest part, the part that keeps me up at night staring at the ceiling, it didn't have to be this way. We could have been beautiful. We could have conquered the world together. I would have given them everything. I would have moved mountains for them, but they chose the gravel instead of the gold. So let them keep the gravel. Let them choke on it. I am done waiting for an apology that will never come. I am done waiting for closure. I am the closure. The door is shut. The lock is turned, and I have swallowed the key. I am not afraid of the dark anymore. The dark is where I found myself. The dark is where I healed. The dark is where I